So here are some things.
All right, and here we are, week 3 of the Some Things podcast. I'm Dylan, and I'm joined today with
Luke.
John.
There you are. All right, guys, here we are, number 3, and the Tres Amigos. How are y'all doing this week?
I'm feeling pretty good. I just realized my microphone was definitely not on when I said Luke, but here I am, guys.
He has arrived.
He's here and he's queer.
Oh my goodness. Thanks, Dylan.
And just like that, we're already into some serious issues. So while he's fiddling with his mic levels, John, let's go into your week. How have you been?
Oh, I've been pretty good. It's been a long week. Went with my buddy Daniel to go to the Ridiculousness show taping.
Oh,
that
yeah?
was pretty neat.
Saw that post. That looked pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Now, were you guys actually on the stage couch, or are you just in the audience?
We were just in the audience, but
Okay. Still awesome, by the way, but...
Yeah, when my buddy's video came up, he got like a shout out. They put the camera on him, so
Dude.
he'll probably be on TV. And you'll see my elephant tattoo on TV because I'm sitting next to him.
Whoa.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome. We're so happy for Daniel, because that was really epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? Is it Rob Deerdeck?
Rob Deerdick, yeah.
Did you guys get to
Deerdeck.
meet him?
No. But
What?
Daniel talked to him while he was on the stage.
Good for Daniel.
Nice.
Daniel is here today. I don't know if we said that yet. But hi, Daniel.
He's part of our live audience. Hi, Daniel.
Everybody listening at home, say hi to Daniel. And by the way, if you guys want to check out Daniel, he's a pretty unique person. He has a YouTube channel, and he's a drummer. But here's the interesting thing about Daniel. He does it without using his arms.
He's super
Because he doesn't
talented.
have any.
Daniel is an excellent drummer with his feet. And it's quite a thing to see. So go ahead and check out his YouTube page.
It would be Daniel Potts Drums. Is that correct? Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
we're getting the nod
Daniel
from Daniel.
Potts drums. Your mind is going to be blown. You'll never think of drums the same way again.
It's pretty crazy. I would suggest you look up his oldest videos. No. Because they're kind of funny. But they've gotten way better. He does like professional recording studio time now. It's really cool.
Yep. All right. So, Luke, I know you were messing around with your levels. Were you good? Nothing to highlight?
all set,
Nothing
yeah.
to highlight your week? Just it was good?
Yeah, my week. Okay, so I did something. I got to play a gig at a bar in Riverside. Called
Okay.
The Brickwood. And it was a lot of fun. We went in there. You know, sometimes you go into a bar to play a bunch of jazz, and
Oh, yeah, all the time I do this.
You feel a bit uneasy about it because you're like, are they really going to get into it? But this time was really great. We got a lot of compliments. People were like, we've never heard anything like this before. So thank you, Riverside. Thank you to the Brickwood. That was a very, very fun gig to play.
And Luke does play with his arms. Yeah. So just clarify.
I use my arms, not my feet. So I'm one step shy of Daniel.
It's a bit less
I
impressive.
think 2 steps. I mean, but
How was your week, Dylan?
I've actually had better weeks. Like right now at my company, we're doing a weight loss competition, so like Biggest Loser, and you get like teams of 4 people, and whoever has the most body loss percentage at the end of I think it's September 4th. That's our last weigh-in day. But anyway, this past week when I weighed in, at the end of last week's weigh-in, I was underneath 210, which I was like super excited for, and then this week I only lost maybe about like a pound, close to 2. So I was like, not really the most exciting. But other than that, the week's gone fairly well, I would say. It's not the worst, but like I said, wasn't happy with the weigh-in thing, but it is what it is. Right now, in the immortal words of Jim Carrey from Liar Liar, I'm kicking my own ass. I won't say it, but that's what I'm doing right now for my workout routine. I'm trying to get my body shaken up and get some new routines in there.
Yeah, you should just run up and down the M Mountain.
And I don't live out here.
So run
here
to
all
it,
the
run up
time.
and down, and then run back. You'll be in shape.
If you want to carry my lifeless corpse to the hospital and just to pronounce me dead, then that's fine. But I can't run that far.
probably not worth it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm not that worth it, folks.
We could airlift him out, but that would cost even more money.
No, they'll end up like that lady on the helicopter ride where it's like I don't know, the hook broke or like they hit like a gust of wind and she went spinning for like 5 minutes. You've
my
never
gosh.
seen that? No, you guys didn't see that video?
That's horrible.
No.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, you're not saying she got caught in the propeller and was
No,
spinning that. Oh,
no. There's no. They would not post that on
Like,
on
man, this
Facebook,
is
YouTube,
morbid.
wherever. No, this lady. This is probably weeks old now, but yeah, she was getting airlifted. I think she broke her leg or something. She couldn't walk out of the canyon that she was hiking in, and so she got airlifted out. but I forget what went wrong with the airlift evacuation. But when you're watching the video, they have, the one helicopter that's holding her, the one helicopter that's filming everything. And as she's getting lifted up from her gurney, her harness and everything, and she's laying flat, it just starts spinning like crazy and then stops one way and starts going back the other. It was a nightmare. And I think the lady ended up, she had to have got a lawsuit for just negligence, obviously, with whatever happened. But yeah, I think she's reported like she felt super dizzy for like the next 2 weeks or something. It was bad, dude. It was, ugh. But if you guys have time, go ahead and look it up. Other than that, though, I was thinking one of the things we could talk about is, do you guys have any funny work stories from either your current job, previous jobs, or, I don't know, whatever odd jobs you do outside of your work?
Go for it, John.
Yeah, I was like, if not, I'll kick it off. But all right, John's going first.
Well, I have one that's half a work story, but also a little bit of a brother story. Okay, so as you guys know, I used to live in Vegas, so I was doing electrical work out there with my brother. And one day we came back to Moreno Valley to come visit. On our drive down, there was this lady on the side of the road, like at one of the gas stations, right? And
Right.
she had this like big old bag over her shoulder, like a trash bag, but you could tell it was like probably full of clothes or something, And we were like, oh, we'll be nice. We'll give her a ride. Like, she didn't seem like a psychopath. So she hops in the car and, we're driving along, making small talk, and she only had to go like maybe 100 miles in the direction we were going. So it wasn't like we were bringing her all the way back to Moreno Valley, right?
Okay.
So we're just making small talk, and I noticed the bag back there. I'm like, hey, what's in your bag? And immediately she's like, none of your damn business.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, oh, all right. Weird.
Coming off aggressive.
Yeah. So, we keep driving along, and me and my brother are kind of like just giving each other looks like, what's her problem? And so my brother, he decides to give it a shot. Mm-hmm. So in the middle of conversation, hey, what you got in the bag there? Like, where are you going? None of your damn business. And we're like freaking out. So I know it's not safe to text and drive, but I texted my brother while I was driving. I was like, dude, we got to get rid of this lady. She's going to kill us. Or she's probably got a dead body in there. Or some drugs. We don't know.
Right. Something bad.
Yeah. So the next gas station wasn't for like 40 miles. And so we pull over and we tell the lady, we're like, hey, it was nice to meet you, but this is where we're going to have to let you off. We can't take you all the way.
Right.
And she starts freaking out, cussing at us, banging on our windows, just going nuts. Like a demon was possessing her or something, right? She's going crazy. She finally like storms off, and we're like, oh my gosh, I feel like we just almost died. And we get back on the road. We're still trying to decompress from what just happened. And, I turn around to get my phone charger, and the bag's back there. The whole bag.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's terrible. So we're like freaking out. So we pull over, like just right off the side of the highway into the dirt. And like I go back there, I pull the bag out. I open it up, and we're like, oh no, what is that? Yeah! Come on! And we just chuck it to the side, and we hop in the car, and we just take off. Like, we didn't ever want to be around that again. It was horrible.
Gosh, man. It would have been great if you had, was it the second Fast and Furious movie? Ejecto seat gun! Yeah. Just blasted her out the door, but gosh.
You want to know what's in the bag?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get to it, but I just figured, well, maybe he just didn't want to tell us. It was too gross. All right, what was it?
None of your damn business.
He got us.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. No, not a real story, guys. Just a funny joke.
Wow.
Anyway.
Got us.
So real work stories. You guys got any?
Yeah.
You jerk.
I work in an entertainment store, so we sell lots of DVDs, CDs, T-shirts, lots of candy as well.
Delicious.
But we sell this one thing. It's a peanut game where it's several different levels of peanuts covered in spicier and spicier powder. Mm-hmm. So it goes all the way up to like 13 million Scoville units, the last peanuts. And my coworker and I decided to try this out. We even got a customer to do it with us. And we just jumped straight into the last one. And I was like, one of the other coworkers, he's like, if you guys do this, I'll buy you ice cream. I was like, for ice cream? I'll do it. I'm in. Oh my goodness. We plopped this thing in our mouth, and it started out okay. And I was like, I just earned the easiest ice cream ever.
Right.
and then it started kicking in.
No.
Oh my goodness! My mouth started sizzling, like you could hear it. People were looking at me because it was sizzling so loud, and like I could tell it was the same thing was happening to my coworker and this customer, and I'm starting to cry, and my face is red, and I look like an idiot inside this store. But hey, I got some ice cream.
Yeah, hopefully that helped, man.
Oh my god! Yeah, the ice cream was the only thing that saved us.
Sheesh.
If there were no ice cream, I would have died.
Right, of course. Yeah, because you need the dairy to help calm it down. Because that's the only thing is I can't. I like spicy food, but I need to have flavor in it. I can't just sit there and get something in my mouth just for the sake of burning my tongue. Oh yeah, I can handle the spicy. Like just too much.
Yeah.
But let's see. For me, a couple work stories. One, I won't say the name of the company I work at currently. But I work in a warehouse, and there's clothing distribution and everything. And occasionally, I'll have to open boxes that have, lingerie, underwear, whatever. But I always feel a little awkward because I'm this guy who you don't want to see really handling your lingerie or your bras or your underwear, and so as I'm sitting there and I'm opening the boxes, I feel uncomfortable because I do work with a lot of ladies. I'm not like doing anything weird with the product, mind you. But as I'm sitting there, I kind of just make myself laugh because instead of calling them bras, I call them chesticle hammocks. Just so that way it kind of makes it a little more at ease for me. And that way when I open the box, I don't have to feel uncomfortable. I just laugh at it.
That makes it more uncomfortable.
It's just something to get me through the day because as I'm sitting there, like I said, working with my other coworkers who are majority female, it's weird for them to see me. Oh, here I am just handling bras, and oh hey, how's your day going?
As long as you're not trying them on, I think.
Nope, I'm not that big. But but some of my other stories are from my first job, which I love and miss. Target, I love you. But when I was working at Target, I was what do they call it? They call it a cart attendant.
Yeah.
And so you kind of do a lot of work around the entire building. You do stuff in the back a little bit. You do stuff in the front. You occasionally work with cash register, customer stuff like our guests, not mind you, not customers.
Right.
But so I remember one story was actually my trainer told me this. I believe it was during one of the peak seasons, like it might have even been Thanksgiving, like Black Friday sales and stuff. And so what had happened is, again, the store's backed up, lines are crowded, busy, and this lady had to go to the bathroom, but she didn't want to lose her spot in line. So she's sitting there and she's just kind of doing the whole potty dance, whatever, going through. And apparently she held it in too long, and as she's like getting her groceries, all of her items, her electronics, whatever else she had to buy, she's getting those scanned out, and the lady's ringing her up at the register. She then poops. And I don't mean like solid poop. There was a diarrhea trail going down her leg at like a puddle, and just a trail into the bathroom, and she then had to go there and finish it up. I'm glad I wasn't working his shift, but he told his managers, he's like, you guys better pay me to clean this up because that's just disgusting. And oh gosh, man, he said it was just like putting on the floor. Like I said, there was a trail going to the bathroom. It was just a nightmare.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done, man. I don't think I could have cleaned that up. I had to clean up a few sick things like baby barf every now and again, just walking throughout the store to make sure that no one would slip on it, but that is just a whole nother level of stuff I didn't want to get into.
It's a bit much.
However, for as much as we keep talking about bathrooms already, and it's only episode 3, janitorial services were also part of my job as a cart attendant. And I'm just going to say this to clear the air once and for all. Ladies, you are disgusting. I've had to clean your restrooms so many times. I go into the men's restroom, you would expect to see wads of toilet paper on the ceiling or whatever else that you might expect. No, men's restrooms are fairly clean. Women's, you guys leave things in that toilet that no one should see. No man should have to lay eyes on. It's a nightmare when I had to walk in there. It was just, people would leave things hanging outside of the toilet seat. There would be stuff around the toilet seat. How do you miss? I don't even want to go into the graphic details, folks, but it was disgusting. Women, get it together.
I would agree. It's kind of gross.
Ugh.
Well, I've never been in a women's restroom.
I would hope not.
I've been amazed at. I mean, I'm talking about stuff on the stalls. I just think how it must be intentional, but if it's not, they're in trouble.
Yeah, people got to work on their aim.
Yeah, if it's intentional, it would make sense.
It's just bad. But while we're on the topic of grocery stores, I was thinking about the other day when I was going shopping with my wife as we're picking up food for our house. Is it just me, or are knockoff brands the only thing you can't get a knockoff brand for is Pop-Tarts? For some reason, Pop-Tarts are just the pinnacle. They're the top of the food chain. You get those, they taste delicious, they're amazing. But if you get the knockoff brand, it's just cardboard, disgusting. Is there? I don't know. But what do you guys think as far as Pop-Tarts? And then is there anything else that you guys think that is just subpar when it's the knockoff brand?
Unpopular opinion of the day.
Oh no!
I actually like the knockoff brand Pop-Tarts.
Get out!
Not more than Pop-Tart brand, but I think they have value.
Why?
I don't know. They
I mean, I get cost of efficiency, but
if they're from Walmart, they have great value.
Most of the time, they're actually a little bit thicker. They're a little bit thicker than Pop-Tart brand. So that's part of the reason I like them.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. They'll never match Pop-Tart brand.
Is the frosting to pastry ratio adequate on the off-brand ones?
Some. I've had some that are pretty bad, but there's a lot of them that have a pretty decent frosting to Pop-Tart ratio.
Yeah, and speaking of the frosting, it's like, what, 2019? How have we not mastered just completely coating the Pop-Tart in frosting at this point?
I don't know. People should stop worrying about Area 51 and start petitioning the Pop-Tart.
That's our new conspiracy. Why have we not got the frosted Pop-Tarts complete?
I think another one that is gross in the off-brand version versus the original is Kraft mac and cheese. If you buy the off-brand
definitely.
box mac and cheese, it's no good. It's crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's terrible. It's just not the same. I don't know. There's something about Kraft that just delights my day.
Yeah. I'm completely with you. Another one that I think doesn't live up to the hype is what was I going to say?
I don't know. What were you going to say?
Oh yeah, like chocolate. So if you get a knockoff peanut butter cup, it's not as good as Reese's. Not anywhere near as good. No,
I thought for a second you were going to go into the whole Hershey's Cadbury debate, but I mean, yeah, I don't know what other knockoff chocolates there are.
I don't know.
No, I know what you mean though. Like there's certain like off-brand chocolates you'd get around Halloween or Christmas.
Right.
They're just terrible.
Yeah, it's just simply generic. I mean, it's like it's like it doesn't have a brand. It's not a knockoff. It just exists.
It's just somehow there.
Piece of chocolate in foil, and you know it's gonna suck, but you're gonna eat it anyway.
It's like those candies you find at grandma's house that are just not labeled, but somehow they're. I get you.
The only good ones are
somehow they're there. But yes, butterscotch. I always like the strawberry little hard candies too.
Ooh, yeah,
little strawberry wrapped
strawberry cream ones, or you're talking about the strawberry sheet?
They were like a strawberry foil wrapping.
Yeah,
and it was just hard candy. Yeah, those are the ones I would love too.
Those are good.
Hey, speaking of candy,
oh boy,
I want to point out that we do have a winner from the challenge last week.
Oh yeah,
the phrase was "John's got the buzzer."
Yes,
and we have our friend Gustavo here, who's in the studio with us.
Gussie boy,
he was the only one to come up to me and say John's got the buzzer. So he has earned himself a peanut M&M.
Awesome, and we actually do have that here in the studio for him.
We'll get you, man.
He's getting angry, but we're here.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
I came prepared.
We're going to award that to Gustavo right now.
As you can hear that in the background.
Gustavo, did you have any words you wanted to say?
Hello?
Well,
all right.
You heard it from
like a true
Gustavo
champion
himself. We're very proud of him.
And they're not off-brand. They're actual peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
I will say, too, Sarah, one of her coworkers, has actually started listening to our podcast, so thank you for that. So she actually got a peanut M&M.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Once again, we'll keep plugging ourselves. But yeah, so she also got a peanut M&M at her desk, I believe, one of the mornings this week. And then I had someone Facebook message me. The name is escaping me currently, but yeah, they'll get a shout out as well because they messaged me. They just weren't able to get to me in person, so that's why they had to send out a shout out. Oh,
you should message them.
It was a Michael. Michael sent me a Facebook message. So again, he's really enjoying the podcast. Thank you guys for the reviews and the.
Do I know Michael
Armstrong?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I feel weird for dropping his name. I
watched this podcast at 4 a.m.
You watched it at 4
That's weird because we don't do a video podcast.
Part two, I listened.
You must have been really sleepy.
That's Gustavo, by the way, folks. So just to clarify again.
So again, thank you, Gustavo, for listening, and we hope we hope to get more listeners, and hopefully we'll get more peanut M&Ms out there. Maybe one day we'll switch it to a different kind of M&Ms.
Yep.
But for now, peanut M&Ms.
Yep.
So be listening for the phrase today. We'll drop it in there.
Yeah, Luke will come up with something, I'm sure, by the end of the podcast.
He always does.
Yeah.
Always.
But that's always a fun thing to do. I've got another fun thing for us if you guys
yay,
are interested.
fun things.
Yeah, so I was doing some research last night, and I want to test you guys. I looked up some weird world records, so I'm going to quiz you
Okay.
and see how many of them you can guess. So here's how it's going to work,
All right.
and you guys at home can play along too. I'm going to give you the answer, so I'll say something like 36,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you multiple choices. Is A, how many peanut M&Ms somebody has fit in one ear?
Oh, gosh.
B,
I hope that's not true.
Can't even fit one.
most amount of microwaves balanced on top of somebody's head? Or C,
Okay.
most laps around a swimming pool in 10 seconds?
So is it kind of almost like a Jeopardy type way of playing it? You give us the answer, then we get the question or
Well,
the
you
category.
get the
somewhat?
record, yeah.
The record, okay.
You're not going to say what is. It's not a question.
I think I might.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? If we want to play, just playing this is your game. We'll play by your
You
rules.
guys can say what is if you want. I'll allow that.
Even if you're at home, you can say what is. We just won't hear you.
That's true. Okay.
Hear me.
Dang it, Daniel.
So here, we're going to go with the first one. The answer
Okay.
is 50.
50.
Is it A, most spoons on a human body at one time?
Okay.
B, most s'more-sized marshmallows fit in mouth at one time? Or C, most sneezes in 10 minutes?
Gosh. Okay, so I know people can sneeze a lot in a span of a few minutes, but I think I wanted to lean towards the s'mores because I know a lot of people get into those like chubby bunny
So the
competitions.
chubby
and everything.
bunny competition. Okay.
That's what where my gut is taking me to with the s'mores marshmallows.
Well, okay. I think A is definitely not it.
The spoons on the body.
Yeah, it just seems so like anyone can do that.
You think
Unless
you
you're
could
like
You think you could fit? I mean, you got
on
they gotta,
your body.
They got to stay balanced
Well,
though.
yeah, it's like you're
Oh,
just
you have to be standing.
you have to be standing and it's just kind of sticking to you.
And see, now that he's given the
okay.
elaborate explanation, that might actually be the answer.
I
but-
gave you the elaborate explanation with the marshmallows.
Shut up.
I told you what size they were.
Oh, he did it. Dylan did.
No, he said s'more
I
size.
said s'more
Oh.
size.
You right.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Darn it, Daniel.
We can't.
Our live
Part of
audience,
the
we're gonna have to
recording.
get rid of them in a few weeks, folks. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
they're getting too rascally.
They keep talking.
Wow. Did you give an answer yet? You
No,
didn't give an
I didn't.
answer. yet.
John,
Darn
we're
it,
still,
John.
we're still waiting on John, as always.
Not to copy Dylan, but I also think it's the marshmallows in the mouth.
You guys are both wrong.
Really?
What?
It's the first one.
It was the spoon. Dang it!
Yeah. This guy, like, I saw a picture of him. He's just like covered in spoons on his chest. It was interesting.
But again, he wasn't holding them with his arms; they were just balancing on him.
Yeah, correct. I don't know how they do it, but it's like when you stick a spoon on your nose, like the same sort of thing where it just kind of sticks there.
Oh gosh,
So I don't know what the method is, but he got 50 of them.
that's weird. I don't.
Gotta-
I hope
I
he
gotta-
cleaned that cutlery after. Were we
Yeah.
talking like plastic or silverware?
No,
do you know?
like silverware.
Yeah, definitely wash those before anyone eats
Yes.
it. Oh,
Yeah, sanitize and everything.
We have to start thinking weirder with our answers, Dylan.
Apparently,
Ready?
Yep.
The next answer is 102.
102.
So is this A, most cats in a Volkswagen Beetle at one time? Is it B, most naked riders on a theme park ride?
Wait, naked riders?
Yeah. Or is it C, the smallest number?
Wait, what? What? Wait, can you elaborate on that last
Smallest number, like 102 is the smallest number
one? 102 is the smallest number for what, though?
ever.
No, what?
You don't think it's C?
I'm
Okay.
still confused by that answer. I don't want to.
Let's talk about B because that one's interesting.
Then yes, the
102 naked people on a theme park ride. Now, roller coasters, you're definitely not going to fit that many people at once on a roller coaster that will actually run.
Yeah, because
But-
okay.
If it's the that big huge boat that goes around the river at Disneyland, they could all fit on that potentially, and that's technically a ride. at a theme
Interesting.
park.
Okay, I can kind of see that because I was about to say too. I know I frequent Knott's. I've been to Disneyland plenty of times. Because I don't know what
Could be
ride
the
would.
train at Knott's Berry Farm that goes around the park.
I don't think.
I don't
see,
think
I don't
the
think
world record
Knott's
would hold for things like that.
because it's like I know it's weird enough to be a world record, but at the same time, it's just like I feel that I don't know any major theme park that would allow naked riders. It just seems too weird. So I think I want to go with the cats in the Volkswagen. But John, you're going with the naked people still?
No, I think it's the smallest number.
Whatever that is. I'm still unsure, but okay. So there.
Spoiler, it's not the smallest number. There are smaller numbers than 102.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Come on.
there's a lot of them.
Okay, so what?
Anyway,
I do
the
math
answer
The answer.
is B, most naked riders on a theme park ride. And guess what? It was a
me, you got the
roller
wrong answer.
Shut up.
It was a roller coaster.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
what
Which
park
one?
allowed these naked
I don't
people?
know. I didn't dig that deep into it.
Well, you should have.
Well,
have.
maybe. Okay, let's go with the next one. The answer is 17 pounds. Is it
naked
A?
people on a roller coaster.
Oh my goodness. 17 pounds. Is it A, the smallest functioning car, B, the heaviest onion, or C, the heaviest newborn?
I'm gonna go with the car.
Please repeat the poundage.
17 pounds.
17 pounds. Well, it is awfully large for a baby, but I have heard.
Not to be confused with 7 pounds. That was the Will Smith movie.
That poor mom.
Or the other two options.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what one you're thinking of right now, but the three options are A, smallest functioning car, B, heaviest onion, and C, heaviest newborn.
I would say heaviest onion because there's even lighter functioning cars than 17 pounds.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You're right. It is the heaviest onion.
Nice.
John has 2 points now. Dylan, you're still at 0.
You
2
suck.
points. How's he at 2?
Oh no, that's right, because he
Yeah,
changed
yeah,
his
he's got-
answer. He changed his answer on
He
the
picked
last
102,
one.
you jerk.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so well, he's still winning, but
Whatever. 1.
okay. So the answer is 118.
118.
So is it A, most cups of water consumed in a day, so 24 hours.
Okay.
The fastest miles per hour blow dart, or C, most people inside a soap bubble.
Okay. I'm definitely not going with that last one. That seems too ridiculous.
So did 102, but that was right.
No, it wasn't.
John trying to give himself more points again. What were the first two answers again? It was the dart.
Most cups of water consumed in a 24-hour period, or fastest blow dart.
I'll go with the blow dart,
Okay,
even though I'll probably be wrong.
I'm going to go with the water.
you're gonna go with the water.
Yeah.
You guys are both wrong. It is the soap bubble.
Freaking!
Yeah,
That's a big soap bubble.
that's a
How do you
huge
get
soap
118
bubble.
people in there?
What?
They crammed them all together and then lifted it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I wish I could have been a part of that bubble. I think that would have been fun.
Well, hopefully that bubble made its way to the naked roller coaster ride to clean it off.
Just really quick before we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I looked up that 102 naked people on
Oh
a
my
roller
goodness.
coaster. Guess what they did it for? It was for a charity.
Really?
It was for breast cancer charity.
Okay. Still a little gross, but I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's funny. Okay, let's go ahead and do 2 more here.
Okay.
Let's go with the answer is 3,000.
3,000.
Yeah.
Sparta, right?
Is that your final answer, or do
No.
you want to hear the choices?
13.
Okay, so 3,000 is A, the most love you can have for someone else. Is it B, most happy birthday choruses sung in a row? Or C, largest kazoo ensemble? We're counting kazooists.
Okay, so birthday, is that like that many people had a birthday that day, so they all sang?
No, they just
No, they
stood in front of a
repeated
microphone
the
and
chorus
sung it 3,000
over
times
and
in a row.
over and over and over
It just
and
sounds like a
over.
giant waste of time.
Most of
so
these
are most
are.
records.
Like, oh, hey, here's this obnoxious random record that nobody else thought to do. But, okay, so
What was that third one again? I remember it sounding interesting, but I don't remember it.
Largest kazoo ensemble.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
Kazooer.
Pretty
Okay.
confident.
I'll go with the birthday chorus just to change it up. I'll probably still lose.
You're right. You did lose. John
Yeah.
got it right again.
See, I was right in that.
Largest kazoo ensemble. They had 3,000 kazooists.
Whatever.
Can you imagine the noise? Like ducks must have been coming in from miles away to join the fun.
And that's why everyone hunted them.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, kazoos and duck
It was a
calls are
great duck
very
feast.
different
It
things.
was a great duck feast that day.
Okay, so let's go with one more here.
Oh, boy.
And we'll switch it up this time. I'll give you a name.
Mhm.
So the record holder is Neil Harbison.
Mhm.
Is he the first one implanted with an antenna? The first human brain transplant? Or the first full rib cage removal?
I thought he was the first man on the moon.
Close. But given the 3 options,
What was his name again?
Neil Harbison.
No looking him up.
I'm not looking him up. So rib cage removal, antenna implant, and what was the third?
Full brain transplant.
Brain transplant.
I've heard of all three of those. But which one fits Neil?
The world may never know. They'll know in a few minutes. I'll go with the antenna again. I'm just guessing at this point. I'm not even educating these.
Okay. What about you, John?
Ooh, brain transplant.
Brain transplant. Dylan, you're right.
Oh my
You
gosh!
got one, but you still lost.
I
John
don't
beat
know.
you 2-1. John, what do you mean you've heard of all three of these?
Those are real things.
He
You
does
never
things
heard
in
of
his
those?
Brain
spare time.
transplant is
Yeah,
not a
that's
thing.
been attempted.
No,
Bet.
I will bet.
Okay, unless I was watching like a weird sci-fi movie. I think
And then a rib cage removal.
That's Marilyn Manson, right? That's the whole rumor that he got his
Yeah.
ribs removed. But I think
few of
that
them,
is
but
just
this
fake,
is
though.
This is a full rib cage removal that was on the answer.
Mhm.
You think somebody's walking around with no ribs?
I didn't
they're-
say they were walking around. Maybe it was doing an autopsy. Who knows?
Oh gosh.
I don't know, man. That's
I bet a
I'm just
cannibal.
trying-
I bet a cannibal would remove the rib cage to eat the ribs.
that doesn't count.
Says who?
This guy is a current record holder.
Yeah, he's
He
not,
could
can't be
still
dead.
currently.
He's not
Yeah,
dead.
he could be dead and hold the record still.
Fine.
All right. Well, technicalities aside, I think we're good on the record category.
Yeah.
But that was
We'll end that here. If you guys want to hear more Insane World Records, we could do this again. Let us know if there's ever a segment you want us to cover again. We always have open ears.
always. And speaking of fun categories, Luke, it's kind of nice. I think I want to introduce another fun category as well that we can try out here.
Oh.
And I want to call this segment Judgment Call. So this is going to be taken from the AITA posts on Reddit. And if you don't know what that means, it says, "Am I the butthole?" All right, I won't say the word.
Oh boy.
But they're stories and compilations that people will post up and ask, honest opinions. Am I the butthole in this story? And I think I got a pretty fun one to kick off for this segment.
Okay.
All right. So this is the man talking who made this post. I got the idea a few weeks ago to prank my friends by pretending to be an Appletarian, meaning somebody who only eats food products that are derived from apples and would only drink apple juice or apple cider.
Appletarian.
I know, it gets better. I told them all that I had read on the internet that eating only apples was the healthiest thing for you. When I first told them, they thought I was joking, but they underestimated how committed I would be to the joke. So whenever in the presence of one of my friends or friend of friends, coworkers, etc. who knew them, I was very careful to only be seen eating apples or drinking apple cider or juice. Apples whole, apples diced, apple sauce, in the inside of an apple pie, baked apples, candy apples with the chocolate shaved off. Finally, after about a week, they bought that I had become an Appletarian. They started giving me information about how unhealthy it was to only eat apples and growing increasingly exasperated by it. Some of them even got angry, but I wanted to stick to the joke. Finally, after the end of 3 weeks, I walked into what I was told a movie night, but was actually an intervention for me. They were all super concerned about my well-being and had all sorts of information or whatever. Finally, I started laughing hysterically. They were confused as hell, so I told them that I'd been faking it the whole time and had been eating real meals outside of their knowledge. Even took out some beef jerky from my pant pocket to prove it and munched it. I thought they'd appreciate the joke, but they were actually really annoyed. My girlfriend even broke up with me over this because a few days ago I had ruined our date night when I told the waiter I only wanted apples because I was an Appletarian and I had, quote, embarrassed her for a dumb joke. In my opinion, the joke was solid and they should appreciate my commitment to the prank. But did I go too far?
No.
No.
That's
no,
awesome.
not with that one. That one's funny.
Appletarian.
Honestly, I'm 100% with you guys. I think this was a well-executed plan. Great job, great commitment. And honestly, to the whole girl breakup with him, I told Sarah this when I first heard the story. I think she was already ready to break up with him. If you're going to break up with your boyfriend over a prank like this because he embarrassed me by eating apples at a dinner table, come on.
Yeah, you can blame the apples all you want.
There's something else going on there. I'm sorry, guy, but you had a great joke, so we appreciate it here at the Some Things podcast. That was hilarious.
Like, at first, I'm thinking, well, maybe he should have just included at least the girlfriend in it. But then, like, no, there's still a chance she would have said something.
Yeah, she could have spoiled it.
Girls talk.
She could have spoiled the apples.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's
so
a-
good on you, man. I think you did a cool thing.
I kind of want to know this guy.
I know that he seems like a fun. He seems like a hoot.
A
But-
hoot.
a fun. I thought that would be the thing you correct me on, but all right. Well, going ahead to move on now. We're gonna go to our entertainment category. And this is now going to be branched out to movies, music, etc. You know, because we're fun guys. We do a lot of things in our life. Well, maybe not Luke so much because he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But I would like to take this time to talk about a couple more movies, as always. First, I want to bring up is the recent release of this past Tuesday, Detective Pikachu. And that was a terrible impression, but I hope you enjoyed it.
It was probably better than Ryan Reynolds, right?
I don't know. He was pretty good. But so with this movie, I definitely think if you go to see this movie expecting Pokemon in the sense of one-on-one trainer battles, crazy things like that, you will be disappointed. It's in the title. It is Detective Pikachu. In the trailer, they talk about how they're on the hunt to find the main actor's missing father. And that's what this movie's about. It is a detective story with Pokemon included. So, just so our audience is clear, you don't want to set yourself up for failure and hate the movie because of that. However, that being said, I went and saw this movie with my niece and nephew in theater and then, again, bought the Blu-ray when it came out on Tuesday. It's a really fun family movie, and there's not too many of those out nowadays. Those are dogs barking in the background if you can hear them,
Where
folks.
did they come from?
I don't know. I think Gustavo's hungry. But but yeah, so it's a really fun family movie that like I was just saying, they don't really have a lot of those coming out nowadays. It's a lot of comic book movies, and granted, not that those can't be, but as far as just something kids can go enjoy and parents can come along with them and just kind of get enveloped in this world. I think they did a really great job with the CGI. The plot line was pretty good. It had a couple good twists here and there. I really think this movie. I'll get more technical in the later weeks, folks. I do want to start getting a criteria sheet for movies as I review them, and not just say, "Oh, it was good, it was bad."
Like a grading list.
Yes, an actual grading list, and I'll do like a 5-star rating system with certain categories such as music composition, the filmography, the directing, plot line, stuff like that. Just to, again, get a better evaluation for these movies. But I would definitely recommend Detective Pikachu as something to watch if you want to get it on Redbox, pick it up on Blu-ray. Like I said, it just came out. Or, again, they might even have it in some of the cheap theaters, like you were talking about last week, Luke, with Regency.
Yeah.
The other movie I wanted to bring up was The Kitchen, starring Melissa McCarthy and Tiffany Haddish, I believe is her last name. And the third woman's name escapes me. But who?
Elizabeth Moss.
Okay,
Elizabeth
you guys heard that.
Betsy
It's Elizabeth. Yes, Betsy Ross. She came from back. Elizabeth Ross. This movie, if you haven't seen the trailer, again, it is big. There I go again. So here you go, folks. This is the portion where you start drinking like crazy.
Squeak.
But so yeah, this movie, I saw a few trailers for it beforehand. It seemed really interesting. Little bit of a mislead in the trailer, in my opinion. They do come across as something that would be somewhat action suspense filled and then also throwing in comedy at the same time. However, this movie definitely light on the comedy. It is an intense gangster film.
Yeah.
And again, I think that Tiffany Haddish, Melissa McCarthy did great jobs playing their roles. Who was it again?
Betsy.
Elizabeth,
Betsy Ross.
not Betsy. Elizabeth Ross. She also had a
Elizabeth Moss.
Moss.
She grows on the
Now I
north
confused the
side.
names.
Moss Brothers Toyota.
There we go.
Yeah.
I apologize to the actress. You had a great performance, is all I was going to say. They all acted their hearts out. The movie was well told, great plot line, and it was intense, man. I go into this theater thinking, like I said, originally comedy, but no, this is a straight up gangster film. So if you're into those, I'd even put it up there. Maybe not so much as high as Godfather level, but it's definitely in its own right. I'd say you could compare it to Scarface and stuff along those lines because it's just shooting and craziness. It was
Yeah, like Baby Driver.
no, not Baby Driver.
What kind of gangster is it? Is it like, I'm a gangster, you see? Or is it like,
No,
what's up, homie? I'm a
it's-
gangster.
If I had to choose between those two, I guess the option
is there
A.
a third option?
But I don't know if any of those
kind of the classy kind of gangster.
It's a because again the whole thing is it's based in Hell's Kitchen, and this is all from the trailer, folks. I won't get into spoilers, but it's based in Hell's Kitchen, and so as their husbands get put away in jail, they start to kind of take over the business a bit, and that's again in the trailer. That's not a spoiler.
So it's another women empowerment movie, except
boy.
with gangs.
Well, anyway, John.
It's interesting.
It was definitely a good movie, and again, just the way it developed, and they're kind of part of the Irish mob, and so they take, like I said, they start to rise up in the ranks while their husbands are away in jail, and it was a really well told story. It does have a lot of language, so folks, I would not recommend you taking your toddlers to this. There's a lot of F-bombs, GDs, whatever else, just to give you a heads up in that regard. But if your tolerance is high, if you don't mind cussing too much, definitely a film worth checking out, I would see. It just came out this weekend, so if you got time, go ahead and check out The Kitchen.
So to Elizabeth Moss,
There we go. He got it right.
we apologize. If you want,
Yes.
we can bring you onto our show.
If you feel so inclined, you can come on here
feel
and talk.
free to comment on our YouTube video or something like that.
Yeah,
Find us on
we're
Instagram.
that popular.
We got
Yeah.
connections.
So if you want, we'll make it up to you. You can be a guest star on our show.
Yeah. So if we ever
us.
if we ever got that popular, I would definitely be down to have some celebrities on this podcast. Yeah. So
Betsy Moss has first dibs.
that's
Oh my goodness.
that's her sister. Oh boy. So the
One late laugh.
and here
all the
here comes Daniel once again, folks. Just trying to get more popularity, just because he was on ridiculousness.
Did you do
Thinks
this
he owns the place.
ridiculousness too? Just like wait 30 seconds after a joke.
No,
No, but when his video popped up, he shouted, "That's me!"
Oh my goodness.
that's not how I said.
Did he point?
Okay.
Did he point with his toes?
I gestured with my shoulder though.
Oh,
Forgetting I
nice.
was armless.
He forgot. Oh
In
boy.
his heart, he pointed.
Yes. All right.
thought he had
We love Daniel. All right. So, the other thing that did happen this week, Luke, do you know what I'm about to go into?
Of course I do.
Preseason football kicked off, and we are here, folks, finally, after waiting months and months. It's here. It's arrived. Again, I will say preseason does not matter your team's record. These games don't matter. The coaches are just trying to test out players, see how they're going to do, how they're going to acclimate to the actual professional league. So, that being said, I would just like to highlight a few players. Surprisingly enough, Daniel Jones and Kyler Murray, I think, out of the rookie quarterbacks, had great starts.
Yeah.
They both had, I believe, drives that totaled over 60 yards, somewhere between 60 80 yards. Again, I don't have the exact stats, but they both ended their drives in touchdowns.
Right.
And I don't think anybody was honestly expecting that from Daniel Jones, considering he was kind of a mock pick that everyone made fun of. Like, why would the Giants, they had such a high rank, why would they waste their pick on this guy?
That's true. They skipped Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. Oh, so the other one I want to talk about, Dwayne Haskins. I think he got 100 yards. So granted, there is that. He had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
He did not perform too well, at least not in my book. But I'm curious to see where the Redskins will go, because I think they do still have Alex Smith. I don't know if he fully recovered from his injury last season it was an ACL tear, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this will be interesting going forward. Hopefully, again, I don't want to wish any bad luck or bad omen on Dwayne Haskins. I hope he can perform to his potential and what the draft prospectors picked in him. So, again, that being said, there's a lot of preseason left. There's a whole lot of regular season left. He can improve greatly. Best of luck going forward. And the other thing that stood out to me is the team that everyone's kind of on this hype train with is the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield came out on the field and he dominated that defense. I know it's preseason, but I don't even believe he was playing with the starting receivers such as OBJ and Landry. He came out there with, I believe, second string people and got it into the end zone in a matter of maybe a couple minutes.
Yeah, it was under 3 minutes.
Under 3 minutes, he just dominated. He burned down the field, took care of that defense, and he was on point with his throws. I know the Cleveland Browns, they do great in preseason, not so well regular season. But that being said, I think this could be the one where they finally break through that tier and just start making solid playoff runs with how they're going to play regular season. If they're doing this well with only second stringers, I can't imagine when they have the full starting lineup out there how good they're going to be.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward to admit, but the Cleveland Browns are the most exciting team in football.
Yeah,
I mean, with Baker Mayfield and then Odell Beckham joining, and then Jarvis Landry is still there. They got Nick Chubb.
Yes,
Can't remember his first name, but
they have Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt did sign with them in the offseason.
And just they have the makings for a powerful offense.
Yeah, and
It's got funny names, that's for sure.
Yeah, funny names. Yeah,
yeah, and they're all young, so they got this for a while. So Cleveland Browns, best of luck this season. Hope all goes well.
yeah. Speaking of Kyler Murray, I hope he does well in the NFL. But man, I was hoping he would be another Bo Jackson kind of guy.
Kyler Murray's a quarterback.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been a running back.
You just mean that as far as a breakout MVP candidate?
No,
or?
two sport player.
Kyler
Kyler
okay,
Murray
I get you.
Played before he was drafted by the NFL. Played minor league baseball with the A's, and he was one of their top prospects. He was getting ready to jump into Major League Baseball.
That's true. I do remember this.
And then he got drafted by the Cardinals, and he decided he's going to commit fully to football.
Oh.
But I was hoping he would do both.
Yeah. Who knows, man? He definitely, because didn't Russell Wilson do a little bit of minor league too during the offseason? Okay,
yes, Russell Wilson. I don't think he's doing it anymore, but there were a few years he was climbing his way through the
it's
farm system for the Yankees and the Rangers.
Yeah, hey, it's like one of those things. If you get blessed to do dual sports, again, Bo Jackson was a standout player, still is. Or well, maybe not still is. Just in the sense of people still hold him in high esteem, like you were just talking about. The fact that he was able to go and just dominate in two separate sports is amazing. So people who have that kind of gift and that time and whatever, go for it. But. Other than that, I guess one of the more funny stories I heard this week.
This is what I've been waiting for.
I don't think it is though. But one of the funny stories I heard this week was about Antonio Brown holding out to practice. Okay, so that was the one you were going. Okay,
it's so stupid.
Holding out for a helmet.
I know.
Dude, drink, folks, but. I don't get it. Why he had all this drama with the Steelers, and honestly, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I figured he was getting frustrated with the team being as talented as they were, not getting far in playoffs, not really being able to deliver too much. When honestly, on paper they should have had a lot of championships by now.
Yeah.
With all that talent they had, but then he leaves the team. Yeah, and he goes to the Raiders, which I was a little scared of because, like I said, we're Charger fans. He's in our division, and I know he's a great wide receiver. But now he's getting so upset about an old helmet that he wants, that he's willing to hold out on the team that just signed him. I don't know if I can be on Antonio Brown's side anymore. Excuse me. You need to clear my throat for a second.
Hold it together. You don't need to cry.
I'm so emotional about it. No, it's just it amazes me. These guys get signed for millions of dollars just to play a game. Ultimately, that's what it is. It's to play a game, and you're gonna hold out for the stupidest things. It's like, come on, guys. You're making too much money to be concerned about a helmet. Like, I guarantee you, the new designs on the team or whatever, if the NFL league's putting them out, again, they're for safety, they're for concussion protocol, whatever else that may be. And he's just like, oh, no, I don't. I want my helmet. Like,
it's the most childish thing I've ever
It is
heard.
super childish. I like I
They're
said,
trying to protect you so you don't become even more retarded before you're 40.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I respect the dude. He's a great wide receiver, but come on, man, just get over it. You got plenty of things to play for. This team signed you. They have high hopes. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, I saw an interview with him, and he was pretty passive about it. He was just saying that at this point, I don't feel like I have anything to prove, and I want to play with this helmet, and if they don't want that, I'm willing to walk away. And I thought, okay, but don't you enjoy it at all?
Yeah.
How could you let a helmet end your football career? Why would you be willing to walk away because of that? I think it's just him trying to flex and show, I'm the best wide. I mean, he says he has nothing to prove. I think he's trying to prove how good he is.
Yeah, and to his credit, he's one of those wide receivers like Randy Moss, where NFL fans, not just Minnesota Vikings, not just Raiders, NFL fans will watch games to see highlight players like him.
Yeah,
and he's great. I can't say it enough. He's a great wide receiver. He's great at his position. He's great at what he does. The NFL wants you in it. don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a douchey famous person thing where they're like, this is not the type of bottled water I asked for. I am not acting today.
This isn't my Gatorade.
Put your dang helmet on and get out on the field and do what you're paid for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
All I can say is I'm glad that the Raiders picked him up.
What, you're glad about
now
that?
is their problem.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
their
like,
problem. I think
he's their problem until he does play, and then he's our problem to deal with
That's
on
true.
defense. That's what I'm scared about.
I don't know. We'll see how much of a problem it is in the locker room. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. And every time I see him now, he looks a little bit different. Like this interview I saw him, and he bleached his mustache.
Oh, that's not a good
Only
one.
his mustache.
Yeah, it's weird.
It made him look like he was in his 50s.
Now we're into fashion. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that bleach mustache did not look good.
But yeah, he's got to be careful because, like, out of nowhere, well, not out of nowhere, but soon everybody's going to be looking at Odell Beckham to be that top receiver in the NFL.
And he can be.
And he should be, honestly.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Are you going to bleach your mustache, Luke?
If we can get Odell Beckham to come on this show.
Dude,
I'll bleach my beard.
For that, I'd bleach my hair. I'd grow it out and get bleached tips like his.
Yeah.
Like he's got the curls at the end. I'd
Yeah,
do
I
that.
like his.
OBJ, come on our show.
Yes. We want you on our show.
We love you.
If he. Did you ever see his hair when it was a little bit shorter and he had the bleach tips? I thought it looked like a bunch of French fries.
Like a fresh fry box. Oh gosh. All right. Well, before we end this podcast, I was talking to my STDs here that are joining me.
What?
Yeah, you guys are my STDs.
Okay.
I hope that's an acronym.
It is an acronym. It's for Super Talky Dudes.
Okay.
But my STDs here, as I will now refer to you, they had an interesting thing that they wanted to add into this sports segment that we go through every week. So, John, I'm handing it off to you.
All right. So what we're going to talk about is odd professional sports.
Yeah.
Now, there's some really weird things out there. Like, I don't know if you guys knew, but there is professional cornhole. That's not super weird. That game's gotten a lot more popular over the years.
And it's fascinating.
If you don't know what
watched it.
if you don't know what
watched
cornhole is, that's where you have the two wooden boards and you toss beanbags into the holes.
Right.
Yes.
It's super fun to play.
Oh yeah.
But so here's some really odd ones. So the first one we're going to cover, I don't know if there's any Harry Potter fans out there. Are Luke or Dylan, are you guys Harry Potter?
I watched the
Yeah.
movies. I did not read the books, I'll admit, but I do like the movies. I like the franchise.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
I think I've seen one movie, that's it.
Oh,
But that being said, they have professional Quidditch.
yes, I think I heard about this.
It's crazy. Like, I can't imagine it'd be as fun because you're not flying around with a broomstick. But it'd be really cool to play. Like, I at least seen that scene in the movie where they play Quidditch, and
Right.
that looks super cool.
Yeah.
Professional, though, I don't know if I'd watch that on TV.
I'll tell you what, they had a documentary about it on Netflix for
Right.
a little bit.
Did they really?
Oh, they
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's still there, but I watched it. And you think it's fun on TV. You think it's fun in the movies. Wait till you see it in real life. The golden snitch is just a tennis ball attached to somebody.
Yes.
They're wearing gold spandex and they just run anywhere.
yes, dude.
I mean, literally anywhere. They can run
That's
anywhere.
gonna be a crappy
You know, it's-
job.
Yeah.
It's
They're
funny.
in shape.
You have to run the whole
They're
time.
in shape. Yeah.
At first, I didn't think I'd have anything to contribute, but you know what? I did actually see a live. Well, okay, I don't know if I can call it live, but I did see somebody play Quidditch. It was actually in the movie The Internship with Vince Vaughn and
Yeah.
Owen
my
Wilson.
gosh,
yes,
yeah.
they,
That's a
good
they
one.
did.
I
They
forgot
did that,
about
and
that.
oh my gosh, it was so hilarious seeing the guy come out because, as Luke was saying, there was a tennis ball attached to him, and he's just swinging it around like, "Woo, you're gonna get me!" So, it does look fun, depending on if you can get the right group of people and someone that's not like super aggressive. You know what? If we got a big enough crowd, I'd be down to play it.
I would play Quidditch for sure.
Oh gosh, we could have Daniel run around with the Quidditch tennis ball on him.
Just like those little flags that they pin
Yeah.
on like the back of bikes. Or
There we go.
We could glue some wings to his shoulders.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Okay, so the second one, I
Uh-huh.
want you guys to take a guess at what this is. I don't know if Luke overheard me talking about it
guess.
earlier, but this professional sport is called hobby horsing.
hobby.
Hobby horsing.
That's
Luke, do you
is
have any
that
guesses?
the little? It's essentially like Quidditch, but it's like the little fake horses. Where like the little
It
heads.
is.
Okay, yeah.
So for you viewers or listeners, wow.
The listeners.
So for you listeners, I don't know if you ever, as a kid, probably mostly the girls, but I mean, I had one when I was a kid. I'm not a girl, but it's a horse's head made out of cloth or something, and it's just on a broomstick, and you pretend you're riding a horse. You know, run
Yeah.
around the yard or the house, right?
Sounds fun.
Now, have you ever seen professional horse riding where the horses prance around, jump over the little things like the
Equestrian.
bars?
Yeah, the equestrian. Yeah, my mom used to do that.
Okay. Imagine that, but with the little stick horse in between your legs.
Oh, my
and you're
gosh.
the one running around, jumping over the bars, ducking under things.
Oh, my gosh.
goodness.
It's professional. People get paid to do this and they win money.
You thought you were a nerd for playing Quidditch. Just wait. We got one better.
I would
How
much
many-
rather be judged for playing Quidditch than hobby horsing.
Yes, I'm 100% in agreement. Because how many times has somebody broken that stick off on their butt crack just trying to hop the bar and not making it?
Oh.
Yeah, just boom.
Oh gosh, man! The things again. It goes back to the world records. Sometimes there's just things that nobody was even trying to make a thing, and
Yep.
here people are. It's a thing.
I just feel like a lonely
But
child.
I guess that's what it is. We're here to talk about some things. You know,
That's right.
I'll call myself
This-
out on that.
I feel like a lonely child who didn't have friends but had their little horse stick was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm gonna like copy real horses, and then other people got involved, and then that kid had tons of friends
No,
and made a lot of
not
money.
only that. This kid saw that and they had their little horse and they were like, I'm gonna be the best in the world.
I want to be the very best. Like no one ever was.
Hey, if you guys want that as a segment, Dylan will start singing classic rock and roll tunes.
We might get sued. Again, as Daniel just kind of briefly mentioned, I don't know if I was even able to sing that one, but
or as a break.
I think it's
as a break in.
I think it's like
between.
under 30 seconds you're fine.
No, 5 seconds.
Five
Five seconds.
I think I was fine.
Dylan.
You're good.
I don't think Pokemon's going to come after me, hopefully. I give you guys money. I pay on the app.
Yeah, in between
Edit.
segments for our transitions, you can do a little 5-minute sing along.
I'll do something. I'll try to make it more innovative and exciting. But,
All
oh
right,
gosh.
so let's move on to the next professional sports.
Next,
This
all right.
one is more of like it's games. It's called the Summer Redneck Games.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
in.
A couple of the competitions. The first one
Sister
is
kissing.
No.
That's cousin kissing. Get right.
So the first one, toilet seat horseshoe toss.
Ah.
Are you sitting down on a toilet seat while you throw the horseshoe?
I don't know.
You don't even
I didn't look that
no,
far into it, but
I
I,
think-
imagine it's just the toilet seat and you toss it as a horseshoe because
Oh my
it's
yeah,
gosh.
open ended.
Oh, okay. Now
makes
that
more
makes
sense.
more sense. Yes.
Yeah, like the toilet seat is the horseshoe.
Okay. Oh my
I could be
gosh.
wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is.
I don't know. Sitting on a toilet seat while throwing horseshoes seems kind of fun.
So another competition, watermelon seed spitting.
Okay.
Is it
You
like
know,
a
probably spit the seeds.
Yeah. The ting.
Like into the.
I mean, that's tobacco, but
into-
still.
into the little metal pots, or maybe like at
Oh.
a target of some sort. You know?
Yeah.
Still weird though.
Mhm.
The next one seems super fun. Totally would do it. Mud pit belly flop contest.
I hurt just hearing that.
I was gonna say water hurts enough.
Yeah, like just landing on solid
Throwing
ground.
mud
dirt
and
in
then
it,
solid
though.
ground underneath.
Oh
Oh
gosh,
my goodness.
it's a little too much there. I'm sorry.
I would really like to look up all the rest of the competitions they have.
Uh huh.
Because so far the funniest, weirdest one is the toilet seat horseshoe.
Yeah.
we can get another thing of that. We'll do like a whole tournament of like our own weird Olympics where we have Quidditch and toilet
Yeah, there you
toilet
go.
seat horseshoes.
Hobby horsing.
There we go.
All right, so we got two more. So
All right.
the next one, it's called the West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta. Any guess what that is?
A regatta is like a boat, right? So that'd be something.
No, that's a pasta.
That's the rigatoni. Oh gosh, am I right with the
You're
boat?
on the right track.
Yeah, so it's some kind of like team canoeing or something, like paddling.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
So
See,
what
I'm
it-
getting right in this category, which is
Well,
bad with
so
the
what it
I was bad
is-
with the records.
Have you guys ever been to like the county fair where they have their giant prized pumpkins? Like whoever grows the biggest pumpkin is the prize, and they get pretty big.
I've never
Yeah.
seen one live, but I've definitely
Right.
heard of it.
They're like a couple 100 pounds. You could fit in one.
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this pumpkin regatta. They hollow out those giant pumpkins, plop them in the water, and you get an oar like from a kayak, and you race down the river
Oh my
or the lake.
gosh!
It's so crazy.
But
Oh my goodness.
tell me they make a bunch of pumpkin pies afterward, because that'd just be too much of a waste.
Or at least roast the pumpkin seeds.
Ooh, that
And
too.
sitting in it though. That's gross.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm
you
saying when you
hollow it out.
hollow it out.
Guys,
Daniel
I-
getting on
I
my
almost
back.
forgot. I almost forgot. We haven't plugged in the phrase of the week yet.
Well, he still got
Let's do that before the last.
Before- the fun- all
so
right.
before we get to this
Dang,
last
Springs
one,
keep ringing.
the phrase of the week. You remember this is for one peanut M&M. Is
cornhole Luke.
No, that's a fake one. That's a decoy. You do not get a peanut M&M for that one.
You get a regular M&M.
Just kidding. So for a peanut M&M, find us and say, "Don't hobble my horse."
Oh boy.
Don't hobble my horse.
Yes,
But do you have to say it aggressively like that?
yeah, preferably.
Okay.
Preferably like the way Luke says it. We'll give it to you if you just say the sentence.
Say it one more time for us, Luke.
Don't hobble my horse.
There we go.
Go. Don't hobble my horse. Keep that in mind this
Yeah.
week, guys. So let's hit you with
And
the
ladies.
last one. And ladies. Yeah, guys is a gender neutral term. Come
Uh-huh.
on.
You're just being sexist.
I don't care.
2018, man. Come on.
So the last one is, it's a very long title. The United States of America Rock, Paper, Scissors League.
Oh my goodness.
Ro-
And it is
Rochambeau.
exactly
What is
what
that?
you think. They play rock, paper, scissors on like this big stage. It's real intense. There's a cylinder-looking table in between them. And they play rock, paper, scissors. And they win money if they beat everyone.
Here's
All
what
right.
I'm curious about. Do you get the same people showing, like year after year? Is it the same people that are winning? I'm just wondering, is anybody actually good at rock, paper, scissors?
I'm
Or is
not.
it just like, let's all get together and use this random game of chance to see who's going to be the luckiest today?
Well, Daniel's the best at rock, paper, scissors. I don't know if you ever played him,
I
but
just said no.
But it's like, it's weird. They have an audience and people are like cheering and happy to be there. I would think it's a giant waste of my day.
yeah. Towards what Luke
Unless
was
I was
saying,
competing and possibly winning money.
if I can win money, that's cool. But I think towards what Luke was saying too, with everything. Yeah, I would definitely think it would just be all at the chance. I don't
Yeah.
think there is
Well,
like one solid champion that stays
There's
there,
one
reigns for 10
person I
years.
know who's really good at rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, thank
and that's
you, Luke.
Gustavo.
Oh,
Gustavo's really good at rock, paper, scissors. So if you can find Gustavo this week, just walk up to him, challenge him to a game, and you'll probably
I'm a
lose.
19
Out.
champion.
I would say
2019 champion? Yeah.
I would
Gotta
say
steal that title
one of the
for
one of the
2020.
best
Champion
tactics
for
though.
the past 9 years.
Oh, wow.
I think one of the best tactics though to handle Gustavo, if you shoot him in the kneecap, I think you can win every next round of rock paper scissors. He's going to be too distracted.
That's
so
true.
that's your tip of the week. So just shoot him in the leg and you're good. No, I'm just kidding. We don't advocate violence. Don't shoot
Leg
Gustavo.
or kneecap.
Either one, but
Either one?
like yeah,
Just the general area of
because then he'll just be
Waist
down on the
down.
ground. And, you win. Because he's just going to be holding his leg, and so that's basically paper because his hand's out like this. So you just keep picking scissors.
That's a fair point.
All right.
Yeah, so those are all the odd professional sports I have for you guys today. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have anything else you wanted to add.
I don't know. We could probably find some more odd sports in the weeks to come.
Yeah,
But
again,
that
if
was-
you guys have any topics that you're listening to this and you want to hear more of, go ahead and let us know on Instagram or Facebook. Like and subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do. Let us know, and we'll be sure to incorporate these things in future podcasts.
Yep. All right.
But for now, I think it's time to say goodbye to our Some Things fans, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
love you.